Hello, welcome to Tim Anderson Horse Training. I have my 5 o'clock somewhere shirt on, and we're going to talk about some sale ads. I don't know anything about these horses that we're going to talk about or these sellers. We're just going to talk about the ads from the standpoint of just me going through the ads, talking about what I see and talking about what my thoughts are. Some of the thoughts might be for maybe something the seller could add to the ad or adjust in the ad to make the ad better, or it might be something from the buyer standpoint. What questions you might want to ask if you're considering buying this particular horse. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about this first ad I have brought up here. I like to go down to the description and look over it first. Under disciplines, it says all around breeding, cowboy mounted shooting, dappled dressage, English pleasure, foundation, finished, flashy flaxen mane, ranch versatility, ranch work, reining, ridden English, ridden Western, trail riding, trail class competition, and Western dressage. Beautiful AQHA quarter horse, sooty dappled Palomino, 15-1 hands high, 12 years old. Price reduced. When I say price reduced, it doesn't necessarily mean anything positive or negative, just a mental note. It's hard to say. In this market, people adjust their prices down. I know people adjust their prices up too. It just depends on the horse and the market. So price reduced doesn't really mean anything right now to me. Looking for a horse with color that will turn heads? Look no further. We're excited to offer this registered quarter horse mare that has all the fundamentals to go any direction. So that up here it made it sound like the horse was finished and showing, and now it says all the fundamentals. Start talking about a 12-year-old with fundamentals, that kind of raises a few questions. By 12 years old, seems to me we should be past the fundamental stage. We should actually be doing something. But let's see. Let's keep reading. Gorgeous golden dun Palomino color. She is superb, head turning, 12 years old, standing 15-1. Quarter horse, sooty Palomino, AQHA mare. She has a full tail and gorgeous silver mane and movie star good looks. This magnificently beautiful colored mare is super well bred and rides super nice as well. Kayla, I guess that's how you say it, is Kayla, is out of Sunfrost and has amazing bloodlines on both sides, including recent Poco descendant. So Sunfrost is a running horse. Poco is ranch breeding. Registered name is Coco's Got Wicked. If you're an AQHA member, you could look this name up. One thing to note, just because I'm seeing this, there is an apostrophe here where he says the horse's name. There are no apostrophes in the actual AQHA names. So on her papers, this is probably COCOS without the apostrophe, if you were to look that up. He's basically giving you the name and offering to look that up. You could do that, and if you're an AQHA member, you could pull up the show record, full pedigree, pretty much any AQHA record on that horse. Some records you have to pay for, some are free. Kayla goes beautiful English or Western. She is practically bomb-proof. She goes wonderfully trail riding out by herself and fits in with the group as well. She's great with obstacles and would do wonderful in trail class. So that, it says, and will do wonderful in trail class. So they're still talking about as a prospect for showing. Doesn't sound like she has shown in trail. She's confident facing new obstacles, crossing bridges, is traffic safe, does any obstacle you put in front of her, she loads and hauls well. No problem with water crossing, dogs, bikes, hikers, gunshots, fireworks. Sounds like a good solid horse. Started with foundation of natural horsemanship. She is perfect to head in any direction or discipline one would want to take her. perfect, willing, all-around Western horse. She has been trained by trainers that utilize methods by Josh Lyons, Chris Cox, and Clinton Anderson. Listing these trainers in a description, it could attract some potential buyers and also could turn away other potential buyers. Pretty much everybody has certain clinicians that they like, certain clinicians that they don't like. So listing names like this in an ad can be risky, but it also can help if somebody is familiar with these training techniques and would want to continue on. My thought is everything that's written here sounds good, but doesn't quite correspond with a 12-year-old horse. This all more would correspond with, say, a 5-year-old horse. But just my thoughts, at 12 years old, I would think instead of talking about prospect and foundation training, it would be, this is what this horse has done. But let's keep reading. Let's see what it says. When Kayla's coat shines, it dapples in the sunlight. She has no known health issues and is currently barefoot. Has great hooves, up to date on shots. She is our most prized horse in the barn. She rides light and responsive in or out of the arena. Kayla has beautiful movement at a walk and jog and beautiful flowing extended trot, rocking chair lope. She has an excellent neck, true neck rein, and can turn on a dime. She side passes, turns on her haunches, 2 tracks, does rollbacks, frames up beautifully, takes both leads and transitions nicely. Kayla is very controllable and rides well using seat, knows 3-leg key position. She is a perfect partner who stops effortlessly, backs nicely, and very quick learning horse with very pleasing personality. Kayla would make a perfect horse for someone who wants to show. No buck, bolt, or rear. She's a head-turning horse. Well, that sounds better. This paragraph here makes her sound further along than what this first paragraph did. A little bit contradictory to me. It all sounds nice, but to me, it would be one or the other. It would be up here or it would be down here. Maybe she's somewhere in between. I don't know, but it kind of leaves me wondering a little bit exactly what she is. Let's keep reading. Kayla's gorgeous dapple palomino color dazzles and is most eye-catching color to take someone places in the show pen. Kayla is a perfect ranch riding, western pleasure, hunt seat prospect. So they're talking about prospect here, not that she has shown. She is very versatile, has been started in reining and schooling at level 2 dressage. That's a little bit above basic there. Has extensive experience trail and arena riding and even cattle sorted. She's well trained for all kinds of arena and ranch work. She's ready to go to her forever home as someone's dream horse for a new owner, competent partner. Located in Pennsylvania. Here's the phone number, price. Here, let's see what it has up top here. Here's some pictures up here. Personally, from my standpoint, I'm not going to click on any links here. I don't recognize these domains. It might be okay, might not. It's not like it's Equine Now or a horse sale site that I recognize. I don't know this domain. I'm going to be reluctant to click on it. There's so many scams out there. I don't know, and there's a lot of sales scams. This might be legitimate, it might not, I don't know. I don't know the horse, I don't know the seller. I would be concerned that these links would be taking me someplace that I don't want to be. So personally, I'm not going to click on these links. If I was interested in the horse, I would be messaging the seller to send me something besides this link that I don't recognize. Up top, good looking pictures, but it don't look like pictures. It don't look like photos. It looks like a painting or something. I guess that's the photographer there. I personally, these pictures are not helpful to me at all. I can't see It looks like a painting of a horse. It might be what the horse looks like. It might not. I don't know. This is not helpful to me at all. I want to see a video. I want to see some actual pictures of the horse standing in the pasture or doing the things that it talked about doing down here. That's what I want to see up here. To me, this is not helpful at all, and I'm not going to click on these links. So as a potential buyer, I would pass right by this horse. I would not even consider this horse, just because there's too many red flags in this ad to make me, that would worry me about potentially going through with this, looking at this horse. Might be okay, it might not. Like I said, I don't know the ad, I don't know the seller. Might be a good seller, might be a good horse, I don't know. But if I was horse shopping, I would pass by this ad. I notice right here there's an X in front of her registration number. In the quarter horse world, that means that the horse has appendix papers. Just you need to be aware of that. It doesn't mean a whole lot, except for certain situations, breeding and things like that. You need to be aware to recognize that X is appendix papers. I don't see anything here that would be a red flag at all. Sounds good. Price might be a reasonable price. I don't know, but to me, I would be worried about not having the video and the pictures. So if I was looking at this horse, I would pass it on by. I wouldn't even stop and look. Let's go on to the next one. Go down to what's written. I always like to read the comments first, and then I want to see video and pictures to back up what I read in the comments. So let's see what they say. DC Diesel Cycle is a 13-year-old 51-hand grade quarter horse gelding. So that tells me grade. It does not have papers, but it's a quarter horse type horse. He is warm-blooded trained. I don't know what warm-blooded trained means. As a barrel pole racer, we have trained him using the down under method. Clinton Anderson, again, like on the other ad, might be okay. That might attract some people. It might turn away other people. That to me, that's kind of risky to say in the ad. What to me more sells the horse is me seeing the video of the horse doing its thing. Well, let's read on. Has built a solid foundation. He's amazing on trails, walks, trots, lopes, gallops, nice and calm. Neck rein, side passes, back up. Great brakes, easy keeper. Balanced go and whoa. That's nice to hear. Loads on trailers easily. Bathes, grooms, stands for the farrier vet, up to date on vaccines. Coggins, teeth floated. Nice to hear that people actually think about floating the teeth. That's important. A lot of people leave out. He's been to mountain trails and horse shows. He's well maintained as we ride train him every day. We hope he finds a good home. DC is not for beginners. He needs an intermediate or advanced rider. We're asking $6,000 or best offer. Videos and more pictures available upon request. That, to me, that's a pretty decent written description. It says what they're doing with him and gives a price, and looks like they're open to talk. So I like the way this is written. It says what he's done. Now let's look at some videos up here, and let's see what we have to close that out. To go with the video, to go with the description. Meet Diesel Cycle, 13 years old gelding, 15 hands. Okay, that's okay, but you already told me that once. Now she's showing some of the Clinton Anderson training she's done with him. Let me pause this right here. Just right off the bat, I notice this white spot right here on the withers. That is an indication that he has had a poor fitting saddle at some point. I see he has kind of high withers and a little bit hollowed out right here, a little bit hollowed out down his back. It looks like he could use a little bit of muscle, but he could be hard to fit with saddle. Needs a little bit weight right here. So just something to take into account. You need, if you're going to look at this horse, you need to know at some point this horse has had a saddle on him that rubbed this sore right here. So let's keep watching and let's see what we get. Okay, I talked a little bit about this in the last video. When I'm seeing a horse being worked in an arena like this, I want to see continuous video without any cuts. That looks nice where she was swinging the rope over his head, but I don't know how long she swung that to get him to stand there. Looks like he might have stood there the whole time, but she had to go get that whip and start swinging. I want to see that whole process. I want to see picking it up, swinging it, and putting it down. Walked off pretty nice there, but then again, cut to something else. I mean, you can work a horse that's a problem and get some nice pieces out of the video and put together a nice video. And I'm not saying that's what they did here, but they only have a minute and 33 seconds worth of video. For a sale video, I don't mind that video being 10 or 15 minutes long. I want to see the session. I want to see a complete session with cuts. Now, if you have like clips of working in this arena, clips of working in a different arena, clips from shows, that's okay to cut together. But I want to see start to finish without cuts. What I'm seeing here, the horse looks nice. He's loping in the wrong lead here, and she turned in the wrong lead. So that tells me a little bit about the knowledge of the rider. Here the horse is loping in the left lead, and she's going to go up here and turn to the right. So she's turning this horse in the incorrect lead. That's going to tell me a little bit about the rider and a little bit about how the horse has been ridden. This rider may not know leads, might know leads. But just from a standpoint of this is what I'm seeing. So let's go on. The horse went around that turn and did not change leads, which tells me the horse probably caught him off guard. He didn't switch. So just something to think about, depending on if you want a horse that's really natural leaded. This horse might not be. Now he's in the left lead. So apparently he can lope in both leads. And then again there, she was in the left lead and turned to the right. And the horse broke to a trot. So it's a good possibility the horse broke to a trot. They're trying to swap leads. Just something to think about. Now we're outside. I like seeing this. It's a little bit dark. They could have lightened this video up some when they were editing it. I know most people that post ads are not real experienced on editing videos, but if this needs to be lighter, I need to see the horse's feet move. I need to better see the horse and see what the horse is doing. But I do like that they posted a video of the horse riding outside. A little bit of thing I noticed right there. Let's see what I can back it up a little bit. So again, being dark is hard to tell. The horse broke down to a trot right there. It looks like the horse is trying really hard. I like to see the try. The horse kind of brings his shoulder out here and comes wide. That's not necessarily going to turn me away if I'm looking at this as a prospect for a barrel horse. Don't remember his age, 13 years old. That's not necessarily going to turn me away. That could just be something that could be fixed. But he does come out here. But he was a little close approaching here. So that, again, that may be inexperience of the rider. But the horse seems pretty willing. This looks like a different rider. Now there, that horse slowed down onto his front end. Watch the horse slow down. And when he does, all his weight goes on his front end and his back end comes out. If you're looking at this horse as a prospect, that's something you need to be aware of. That's going to affect his performance. Looks like it happens again there. Looks like the horse is transitioning down on his front end. That's going to be a training issue that would need to be fixed. Now they're showing it going down the road. I like that they showed some different stuff. I think these people, just my impression is they're trying to represent this horse as he is. Don't know these people. I have no idea. I've never met them. But they seem, the integrity of the ad seems good. It's not the things I would really want to see. And there's more I would want to see. Let me put it that way. I would want to see a little bit more of riding out of the arena. I did pick up some training issues. Not necessarily going to make me say no on buying the horse. He genuinely seems like a nice horse. Just because I see a training issue or the rider turning opposite of what lead they're in doesn't necessarily going to tell me, no, I don't want to buy the horse. I'm seeing how the horse handles that. And this horse handled that pretty good. It seems like a pretty decent-minded horse. I'm not sure right here for temperament they have 5. And down here they said needs an intermediate or advanced rider. I didn't really see anything in this video that would indicate that. So that's a little bit of a question, or there might just be that they're being a little bit overcautious. Appreciate that they said that it needs an intermediate or advanced rider down here. If this is the type of horse you're looking for, to me, this is a credible ad. Although it just has a little questions I want answered. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is an Appaloosa colt. Let's see. It's a weanling, April of this year. Now it says right here, 15 hands, 1,200 pounds. I'm sure that's what they expect him to mature to. From a seller standpoint, I don't really think if you put in how big and heavy he is at the time you do the date, in a month, that's not going to be correct. So that doesn't really mean a whole lot to me, other than they expect him to be 15 hands and 1,200 pounds. The temperament really doesn't mean anything at this point. Looks like they've done some pretty extensive testing on his color and his genetics. Look at the ad. All around athletic, blue-eyed, breeding, dressage, eventing, field hunter, flashy color producer, homozygous, horsemanship, hunt seat equitation, hunter under saddle, jumper, jumping, kid safe, natural horsemanship training, performance ranch. Not sure how natural horsemanship training would relate to this horse. Maybe that's just the type of training that the sellers generally use. Looks like they're pretty much marketing him as an English horse. There's his sire and his dam. I like that they're listing that. You're looking at a weanling, and when I'm looking at a young horse, I want to know what his sire and his dam did. If his sire and his dam were never shown, were never trained, then the chances of me investing money and time into this baby are going to be pretty low. So if the sire and dam did do something, that tells me that they had the mind and the athletic ability to make it through training. I'm going to be a whole lot more interested in looking at the baby. Okay, some genetics tested. This guy is sure to be a showstopper with a bright blue eye, gorgeous color pattern. His color is just the icing on the cake. Colt is gentle, friendly disposition, is one of the first to greet you in the pasture. He has potential to make a great stallion prospect with his color and genetics, high percentage color producer. That kind of raises, oh okay, I see. High percentage color producer and is capable of producing black offspring with LP Splash and W20. He'll be versatile colt with unlimited potential in ranch and western disciplines. A lot of this genetic information right here, I'm not as much on. Me personally, I don't breed for color, I breed for performance. And whether this horse is a pretty marked Appaloosa and has the genetics to produce that color is not as important to me as what I think he's going to perform, what he's going to think he's going to do. That's just my preference. A lot of people are a lot different than what I am, and putting this information here is really good information for the person that is going to be interested in that. Personally, I'm not as much, but probably more so, more people are. So here's the sire. Here's some genetic information about him. 6-panel double negative. That is good to know. Dancer, son. The recent offspring have been doing big things in the show. Just how versatile and athletic these bloodlines can be. Current offspring includes. And there's his offspring and what they've done. Let's see. This one was cutting. Boxing, Hackamore Reining, so that's cow horse. Ranch Trail Pleasure, Ranch Reining. In addition, offspring, they have been providing variable, trainable, and good mind. Now the dam, she was not shown during a fence injury as a weanling. However, she is a granddaughter of this horse, a performer in ranch, rein cow, cutting, reining, rest of pleasure. She's also Grand Get, NCHA earning, certificate achievement, horse champion. So she has a lot of cow horse bloodline in her. Kind of makes me question. She looks like she's primarily cutting bred. This horse is cutting cow ranch work. I wonder why there's so much English up here. I wonder why they listed him dressage, eventing, field, hunter, that kind of thing. They didn't list any cow. It kind of makes me scratch my head a little bit. Seems like this horse would more go towards cutting than cow horse. We keep updated photos and videos of our horses on social media, Facebook and Instagram, so our clients can watch their horses grow until they leave for the new journey. Updated photos often via text or email. We strive to make buying experience a positive one. I like this, that they're willing to do photos and videos via text and email. Really big advantage of getting a text picture is that they're showing you what that horse is at this second. You can see what the horse is doing right now. That is a big advantage. Even that it's going to be typically an unedited or minimally edited picture. I really like that they're willing to do that. Let's go up here. Good looking Appaloosa. Genetics testing, that backs up what they said in the description. That's good. That's exactly what I want to see. When they list information in the description, I want to see up here what backs up that information. That is exactly what I'm looking for when I look at ads. The registration papers. There's a vet exam. Good looking Appaloosa. Big wide blaze. Really nice looking Appaloosa. But there's no video. I really would like to see a video of him moving. I know at this age that's going to tell me, it's going to be limited to what it tells me, but I still would like to see some video of him moving. Really, for as good looking as he is and the work that they put into getting this horse ready, that seems like a pretty reasonable price. Personally, I'm not as excited about buying a colt off of a mare that didn't do anything. I would like to have seen some information on what this mare's dam and sire did. It says that this granddaughter, so that it had a grandsire that did something here. So also has she's also a grand. So the other grandsire did this. So that's her two grands, but it doesn't say anything that her parents did anything. That would bring me a little bit of a pullback, but also I think that's reflected in the price right here. If she didn't do anything, but let's say her dam and her sire both won certificate of achievements in cutting, and the sire did this right here, I would be asking for a good bit more money up here. So I think this horse is priced pretty reasonable for what the pedigree has done. I personally would like to see a little bit of video of him moving, but I think overall, overall he's a nice looking colt. Let's look at one more. Go down to the description. All around athletic, beginner, calf roping, flashing, head, heel, husband safe, kid safe, parade, ranch work, ridden western rodeo, roping, show experience, steer roping, trail riding, train, western riding, working cow, working cattle, working in youth. So this horse seems to primarily be a western horse that has been roped off of. Let's see what it says here. Really special horse. Enough running athleticism for the high number ropings. So it sounds like he's roped, has a pretty good bit of experience roping. And right after can babysit your 4-year-old, generally enough for any rider. She's a finished head horse that is youth suitable. Coco has been hauled everywhere. Local jackpots, big roping, high school rodeos, U.S. team roping finals, and Patriot event. Sounds like a pretty experienced rope horse. She's consistent money winner in the number 8-13 ropings, qualified in junior national final rodeo, junior American. She always has try and lets you win. She has patience for days and will stand tied for hours on end at ropings. That's pretty common for experienced rope horses. So that all fits together so far. Rope both ends really well. I mean, she can head or heel, but has a movement speed that makes her an excellent head horse. Feints broke, rides great bareback, bridleless, easy to catch, likes people, friendly, big personality. She can be hauled and turned out with geldings and mares, never acts mares. Coco has been used ranching, used in any terrain, water, obstacle area, stands 15'2", 1,200 pounds, made right. Super nice head, big heart. Sounds like a pretty nice rope horse. We're located in Arkansas. So up here, Los Angeles, California. That contradictory would make me scratch my head right there. Would want to know why this says Arkansas and this says California. Looking at these pictures, that is a youth rider on that horse. That does not look like a 15-3 hand horse. This is a nice looking pony, but these pictures don't seem to match this ad. Don't know. That right there is enough to make me stay away from this ad. Something that's nice, that's enough to attract you to the ad. Then this price right here sounds like it would match this experience of a roping horse here. It's just this picture, and this picture does not match anything else. So just from my standpoint, from a buyer standpoint, I would steer away from this ad just from that. Now this ad was posted a while back, and I did notice this when I saved this ad. This is an older ad, so I don't really know the situation, but something don't seem to add up. Let's see, 2009 here. Did it say age here? I don't remember if it said it. No, it didn't say age here. So there's not a contradictory there. But from my standpoint, I would steer away from this ad just from that. There might be an explanation for this, but if I was scrolling through ads and I come across this, I would scroll right by. I wouldn't even give this horse any consideration. So that's just my thoughts on those ads. I'm not saying any of those horses or those sellers are reputable or not reputable. I don't know anything about any of them. That's just my thoughts of looking at the ads. If the seller sees the ad and sees my opinions, he might want to make the changes. Or if you're looking at potentially buying any of those horses, you might want to ask some of the questions that I raised in the video. Some of those horses look really nice, might fit what you're looking for. Just depends on what you're looking for and what fits you. What I look for and what fits me is quite possibly different for what you're possibly looking for. So you have to take that into account also. Until next time, thank you for watching.